socialism. Not socialism.
Every word of that
Fascism.
was just good to me.
So
every single syllable was just like, ugh.
With North, and that's it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm from the Midwest, sir.
There's a town in West Virginia called Big Ugly.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
I love these facts so much.
Dude, there were legit 5 jokes running through my
Imagine
mind.
right now where you come from. Big Ugly. Yeah, that checks out. That ain't surprising at all.
Big, ugly West
Just look at your
Virginia.
ID. Are you the mayor?
Because, like, even, like, out of context, it's just like big, ugly West Virginia. It's like, hey, our state isn't that bad. It's like, no, I'm just saying a city. It's a place that exists.
Big ugly, comma, West Virginia. Oh, I would hate it.
Oh, legitimately.
Imagine you're a basketball star hailing from big ugly West Virginia.
Nintendo absolutely knows about the internet Triton because like a couple months after the Bowsette thing happened, they changed the crown description. It was just like only Toadette can wear this crown. So it's just like kill that noise. Martin Luther King Jr. a C in his public speaking class during his 2 semesters in seminary school.
Who is that teacher?
Who's the dude?
Okay, is it a white teacher? And is that the reason why? Who was the dude that? Because you know you gotta wake up one day, just 20 years later.
That mom changed everything.
And I gave him a motherfucking C.
He wrote the I Have a Dream speech in school. He's just like, why are you writing about dreams? Dreams are for children.
You'll never make it, Martin. This is trash.
Or does the dude wake up like, yeah, my C incentivized him to get better?
Y'all know I was his teacher.
Yeah.
And I told him that I was pushing him to do better.
Apply yourself.
Oh my goodness.
You can go one or 2 ways with that way. Either A, I'm a fraud, or B, I'm inspiring people so hard that I inspired the civil rights movement. Just through my teaching.
It's just some like physicist teacher in like the 30s is like, oh man, look, I'm looking through all these old papers that I got, physics papers. Look at this D- I gave to this kid named Albert Einstein.
Oh, no, surely that can't be the same one.
Dude, imagine Stephen King in a creative writing class. Like, C-, sir. Your adjectives, I don't know what you're doing. A dog with rabies, what's up? In Tupac in math class, the teacher just comes up, Tupac, what I tell you about writing raps in class? You're not gonna make it with this. You need these numbers. Get some bucks in you. And then 4 years later, you gotta dance around to slip up. You want to call banging it. You know I taught Sue Tupac. Oh, dude, I would never sleep.
I'd be shaking.
The PS5 in a year has outsold the Wii U's lifetime sales.
Y'all leave the Wii U alone. He tried his best.
Hey, consumers did.
Accurate?
That's not.
Yes, it is.
Early
Yes, it is.
adopter.
Exactly what we're going for.
Oh, dude, I will never forget that woman with all them Wii U's in the back of her car, thinking she was gonna flip them boys.
Oh, someone tried to do that near you guys?
No, it's a viral picture.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
You never seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, I'll look it up.
I think I've seen this.
It's unfortunate. Let's see what else we got. Nigga. Well, actually.
Yep, all I had to look up was Wii U woman.
Wii U woman. Oh, this is gonna be
Get
good.
some. Get some, y'all.
Wii U.
No, I already got it now for you.
Oh, okay.
Where's it going?
He posted it in chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Scalper beautifully boned.
Oh, those are like even. Ooh. There's probably like 2 per box in the boxes behind her too. Yikes.
Boys in the back seat and everything.
Yeah, you can see him on the console. Dude, this is at least 10?
She's like, this is my retirement.
Yeah, she thought she was gonna flip these for double because remember the Wii was having supply issues, so this is the next console of the Wii, so why wouldn't I do it?
She didn't find it odd that she can buy in 15 of them?
Day one in the store.
Yeah, I was, because of like what the day I went through trying to get a Wii when it first came out, where I lucked the fuck out. By someone's generosity, which, where's that in this world? Where I was just so concerned about getting a Wii U day one, I just walked into GameStop, I'm like, you guys got Wii U's? Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no waste there, bruh.
Yep.
Remember at my GameStop, they had a tower of them built just for people to grab and go.
Yeah,
You
why?
ain't even gotta pay, Pimpin'. Just go ahead and take it.
Because they thought it was gonna be another Wii situation where they were just gonna fly off the shelf. They probably overstocked and everything.
Oh yeah, GameStop for real had that problem.
Please take these. We need to put we have another display that we need to put here.
$100 off, please, anybody.
Can I get this keychain? Absolutely. And here's
Scott.
your complimentary Wii U.
I'm good.
Wii U featuring the upcoming great title Zombie U. Remember that one? That was one of their big
They
hype
ported it.
titles.
They ported
Yeah,
it to like
ported it.
PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation 4. It was on PlayStation Plus.
I played it at a con. That was a fun game.
It was decent. I got it because it was a
I
launch game.
will just never.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 284. Very boring week, guys, right? Just nothing happened.
Yeah,
In
gotta
the
filibuster
slightest.
We gotta try to fill some time somehow.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if we can do it 2 weeks in a row. It's just I've run out of things in my life to talk about.
No, you put up a tree this weekend.
Yeah, you know what? I did that. Put up a Christmas tree. There we go.
There you go.
How much time we got left?
Oh, that was no time at all. Whoops.
Oh boy. Oh man. That was just like the 2 big things we're gonna talk about. That was like back to back. Like, was it like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? I forget. All I know is just like 2 days went by. I'm just like, well, that's a full podcast worth of things to talk about.
Yeah, it's only gotten uglier.
Yeah, just oof, 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 oof. Let's rehash podcast bits. Go. DA can't spell.
Still, to this day.
That's over. You know how to spell business though.
Yeah, I do.
All right then.
I'm a. Well, it was building. Building was the one that tricked him up.
Ah, yep, it sure was.
Yeah.
It was both of them.
It's the BUI.
I mean, I was able to do something with business, but I can't really phonetically work something in his mind with building.
All right, so
How much time left?
I'm an average 5. What else we got? What else we got? We got nothing. We're hacked.
Hey, that 5-bit was hilarious.
It was. It was. So before we get into all the juicy bits of this past week, of course, our weekly reminder. Black Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, get your vaccines and boosters, wear your masks in crowded indoor places. Crowded indoor places. I guess it doesn't
What's
matter
the
one way or
difference?
the other. Support Ukraine, support LGBTQ rights, support body autonomy, pay your employees what they're worth, and just be good to each other. So, at least from what I'm seeing in the chat, apparently the stream this weekend for Revisited was a thing.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't. So it started out as a fairly nothing, kind of boring video, to the point where people in the chat were saying "go on," and I was saying if something doesn't happen by 12 minutes in, let's just go to something else.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, it was like minute 10. The guy was essentially going, "Why can't I jerk it to these 15-year-olds?" So he was talking about he was mad that people were calling Hirokoshi a pedophile for putting these essentially teenagers into compromising positions of a sexualized nature.
Yeah.
And his rebuttal was like, "Oh, it's so ridiculous. Like, you're gonna tell me these girls aren't hot?"
They're not hot. It's like, ooh, it's fine because they're hot. And then he just goes like, oh, you can sexualize Bakugo X Deku, but I can't do the same. It's like, dude, it's not
either
all okay.
You're not making the grandiose point you think you are making.
It is not what you think it is. And yeah,
You're
that
not
was
gonna change minds. Oh dang, there is a double standard. He's right.
But why would he think the double standard would go the way he wants,
Yeah.
as opposed to everything not being cool?
You know what, Mr. YouTuber? Yes, I am a pedophile too. You have changed my viewpoint.
Too? No, I wasn't saying I was. Dude. And he was defending it by going, it's different in the Japanese culture. You don't understand it. So you'll come in and see these.
Just does this.
Dude! It was the most neckbeard I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Just because it's a cultural thing doesn't make it okay.
It's a cultural thing for underage boys in Thailand. Are we supposed to just clap for that?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Child slave labor is a thing over in China. Are we just supposed to be like, well, you don't understand the culture? It's wrong.
Oh boy. So that wow.
And just to reiterate, I don't give a if you want to jerk it. Just don't say it with your chest.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
put it out there like, hey, we all in this together, right, guys?
No, I'm not with you, sir. I'm sorry.
It's like was it Lolly is a victimless crime or whatever from Mr.
Oh,
Octopus
dude.
Man?
It's just drawings. Who does this hurt?
Chill out, Octopus Man.
Well, I guess now they got it right. I mean, you guys have a lot to talk about. The Panda, yeah. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 has a new online beta coming out. So from what I said, they didn't like outwardly state it, but it looks like it's rollback netcode.
I would assume so. From all indication, it is. I can't remember if they actually announced it or if it's just the belief.
They announced
But
like
Street Fighter
input
5
delay technology or something. It was just like something very obtuse and not directly stating what it actually was.
Street Fighter 5 was technically rollback, but the issue is it's not that you have rollback so you have good netcode.
Correct.
It still has to be implemented well.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And Street Fighter 5's implementation just wasn't very good. It's
Mhm.
just that a baseline of rollback may be like a 6, whereas the baseline of input delay may be like a 3.
Smash Ultimate.
Smash Ultimate.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know if that's an indication. So they're coming out with their second beta, and they've added a little something.
I was about to
Mhm.
say, did they add something? Because surely more characters.
I believe there are more characters, but they add a little something for the resellers, the little poacher of signing up with 1,000 emails and trying to blah 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 blah. It was something like it has to be redeemed with the email you set up. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was definitely a way to curtail a lot of that mass. I'm just gonna get a key and then sell it to somebody else.
That's
But
good.
then again, they could also just kind of sell their email as well.
Yeah. That's why I can't remember what it was, but it was an implementation. I was like, okay, that could
It
work.
makes it harder to do that.
Yeah.
They have to spend that amount of time setting up Capcom accounts with 100 emails. To then do. Oh my god. Okay, I'm watching Smash Ultimate Tournament. Something nasty happened. My apologies.
That's okay. BG fucking watches NFL while we stream. Too.
Yep.
It's fine.
I'm not watching it right now, so shut it. Due to unauthorized reselling of access codes from the first beta, we've made changes to the application process. When applying for the closed beta, you must already have an ID and platform account link.
Okay.
So you
so
can't unlink it and give it to somebody else.
Yeah,
It
that's
has
like-
to be linked to your Xbox, Steam, whatever.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, and that's just like, are you going to spend like $100 in Games with Gold memberships
that type of
just to
thing.
maybe make your money back? Yeah, that's a really good system. I like that.
So
Good on Capcom.
We're not gonna see that, and people will actually be able to get in. I feel easier this time.
Man, a publisher of a fighting game doing good consumer practices to help get players and help players let them play their game. Man,
What year is it?
who would have thunk that?
What year is it?
Dude, what is Nintendo? How do they keep getting away with this bullshit?
You've said it before. Nostalgia.
Nostalgia, and there's such a tentpole in the gaming space that it feels, unless they make, years of bad decision, they feel almost impossible to fail at this point.
I don't know. I think they're one Kanye tweet away from being destroyed.
Well, I don't think.
They would never make that.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. You think people ain't gonna buy the next Sonic or Mario or Smash or something just because they said a hot N-word? No.
They paired Donkey Kong with a black me, and people were like, "Oh well, nah, guy." They don't care.
Before we get into
Where's
all
Zelda?
that, though, there were other things that happened this
I'm
week.
still bumping Kanye like he's done so. They get rid of him.
Now he over on Truth Social just lighting Elon Musk up.
So, bunch of trailers for stuff happened this week. But actually before that, sorry, there's a few other just random miscellaneous things. Disney's Strange World. An interesting.
So
It's not
I
you-
actually
not
did
you.
see quite a few. I saw quite a bit of advertising for that movie, but people
I
keep
saw
saying
none.
they didn't see anything.
I saw zero.
Every movie I have gone to see for the past year, I have seen a trailer for it.
See, that's in theaters though. You already have
Yes.
to be in the ecosystem. I haven't seen anything online, social media posts,
Correct.
ads before a YouTube video, ads next to a YouTube video. When I'm just browsing the internet, and it's just like, because you can browse the internet and tangentially know that a Marvel thing is coming.
Mm-hmm. Buzz
I
Lightyear.
saw nothing for this.
Zero.
I legit thought it was a Disney Plus exclusive until they were like in theaters. Today in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, what?
Same. And it was it a black lesbian lead character? I believe that's the
Yes.
Yep.
is what it was.
Oh,
And it's-
that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing. See,
Exactly.
you know it
right
from
there.
that.
Right there.
That's the problem. You didn't recognize it from the name or anything. Only the lead character being a minority and LGBTQ
a minority upon a minority.
And a woman.
and a
Upon a
woman.
minority. Her just like a not like typical lead character. Like
Yeah.
this is going to be the excuse of it's set to lose $100 million at the box office. They didn't advertise it worth anything. Like, again, Buzz Lightyear. I saw that all over the fucking internet for months before the movie came out.
Mhm.
Like, there are ways of like, you know, there's things that you can do to get the word out a lot more. Disney did not do that because I think this was an intentional means of getting the movie to fail and being like, "Welp, we tried," and just
It could also be one of those tax write-off things where we created a movie and it's gonna lose so much money that it's gonna put us in a lower tax bracket or whatever in terms of profit for that year. Because what did the 100 million go towards?
Yeah, same. I would really like to know that.
Because it can't be marketing, because I swear to God, I didn't see marketing.
As JCJ, like, so for example, I have YouTube Premium. I don't get ads on YouTube. But on Twitter, when Buzz was coming out, I just saw it. Ads back to back to back to back. Occasional Twitch ads. Buzz, Buzz, Buzz. Like, they have to have a wide net of marketing in order to actually get some visibility to certain people. But yeah, it is interesting just seeing how some people saw it, some people didn't. And just, I see a bunch of people saying some stuff in chat. Yeah, Cocaine Bear. Anyone see that trailer?
Dude, I've seen Cocaine Bear all over the place.
More than Strange World.
Based on a true story.
So,
and people are eating it up. I've seen, even if I don't give a about it, I've seen people quote tweeting it just like, "Oh my God, Cocaine Bear, I'm going to go see this." Even just word of mouth, even if the budget is zero, the trailer and the premise is so ridiculous that the word of mouth is going to leak out. There's nothing for Strange World.
It's like Sharknado.
Yeah, it's like Sharknado. You don't need the advertisement because the ridiculousness of it is going to propel it enough to make its money.
It's like the horror Winnie the Pooh movie. Also, just speaking of like using properties as a horror movie, a horror Grinch movie's coming out too.
I'm so tired.
Boy.
I'm so tired.
No,
It has such a good name.
The name is great.
Again.
The name is great.
What was the name of it?
The mean one.
You know. You know.
Such a good name.
I'm tired of these horror things.
I am fine with them, but they're all coming too quickly.
Yes.
They're rapid fire, man. It is boring.
It feels very much like that vampire craze or zombie craze where you just saw for 2-3 years the same stuff. Oh, it's another zombie movie. Oh, it's another vampire movie. Or it's another vampire series. It's another zombie series. It's going to feel very much like your childhood thing with the twist that it's actually horror.
I will say, to be fair to the mean one, they are releasing at a actual legitimate time. In terms of being during the holidays.
Time to release it.
Yeah, at the very least, release a trailer. But moving on. New Transformers movie. So now, here's the thing with Transformers, the movies. I've not watched it, but I heard the Bumblebee movie was really good.
I've heard the same.
And this is the same director, if I'm not mistaken. At the very least, the same writers.
So it could be.
And this, this is playing on pure nostalgia for me. But I watched the shit out of Beast Wars as a kid.
Really? You were a Beast Wars kid?
Yep.
As was I.
Looking back now, that show is ugly as shit.
Oh, it was terrible, dude. What were we thinking?
But I mean, like, I love Cheetor. They had like a is he like a 2D or a 3D like 2.5D or 3D fighting game back in like the PS2 days, I want to say, that I remember really liking. I just remember I love Cheetor, 3D. And I just remember mission accomplished, Big Bot. That's what he would call Optimus Primal. And Cheetor was my favorite because it was also my favorite animal. Trailer actually looked kind of good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, slurp it up. Slurp it up.
Sure. Indeed.
You're right. Oh, the audience.
Never seen a Transformers movie fully.
Really?
Really? Not even the first one? Like, the first one was actually entertaining.
Even the first one.
It was actually entertaining.
I've seen every one of them except the Bumblebee movie.
The action is probably pretty good. What?
The only
It's like-
one.
The first one was good, like before it became a rinse repeat clone film franchise. Like it was the same movie repeatedly. Like the first one was fun to watch. Like I'll go back and watch it and be like, you know what? Yeah, I enjoyed that.
It's an enjoyable movie. I
Yeah.
hate that it spawned a lot of your childhood toys and board games. Let's make
Yeah.
a movie out of it, like Battleship. Don't ever forget we watched Battleship, y'all.
I would never forget.
Couldn't tell you about it though.
They got Liam Neeson for it. That's all I remember.
Rihanna was in it.
Oh, yeah, she was too.
Wasn't the
Yeah.
first Transformers movie peak Megan Fox Auga?
Oh,
Yeah.
peak Megan Fox.
I
That
think
was what
that's what
started
that's
it,
what
really.
yeah, like that's what blew her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely.
And
was
that's
the
actually
first
honestly
one.
her and then Shia LaBeouf as well, kind of like that's where he kind of got a big cuz
Well, that
like
kickstarted both of
Colors.
theirs.
yeah, that went
yeah.
to Transformers 2 into Indy 4, which we'll get to Indy 5 here in a bit.
Ooh.
And what have
Who's
you.
asking for?
It's
Um,
Indiana Jones.
But
that,
yeah.
that is not. You're just saying a word to me.
No, it's always asked for.
I have never seen an Indiana.
Nobody wanted Crystal Skull,
Hey,
but it
I'm with
exists.
You're so uncultured, DA.
Is he the fool, or is the
Yes.
one asking for an 80-year-old indie movie the
Yes.
fool?
TBD.
We'll find out next time on Dragon Ball.
Y'all got Crystal Skull, and then y'all like, but another,
Crystal Skull was awful.
but another.
Always another. It's like Star Wars.
I don't hear many Star Wars films being asked for right now. Don't
I mean,
look at
Andor
that.
got a lot of really good
Yeah.
reviews.
But
Yeah,
no, that's
people-
what I
People
mean.
said this is the Star Wars thing, but I've also heard that Endor was a lot of. It wasn't Star Wars. Oh my goodness! Here comes here another star lightsaber Empire stuff. No, it was a self-contained like here is a planet story with just this dude. It is not just machine gun fire in
A
references
character
like
story.
the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Or Rogue One. But that's what I'm saying though. It feels like people are more accepting of the TV shows now as opposed to just wanting to go see some big blockbuster version of a TV show. I think they're happy with what they're getting with the Andors and that type of stuff.
That was only just announced a little while ago, meme. That's still got a little bit time in the oven, the Indiana Jones
Don't
meme.
announce it then.
That's a different discussion, but I'm just saying. It was only just announced like a few months ago. But yes, Indy 5, The Dial of Destiny. DH Harrison looks okay. I would probably have to like really like look at it with scrutiny, but just like at a glance while watching the trailer, I'm like, yeah, not too bad. But yes, new indie movie being made. I don't know, like this has to be the last one, I would assume, but
Why? Why?
I'd
Why?
unless they really, really stretch the limits of that de-aging technology. Because how old is Harrison at this point? Let's look.
Old.
Late 70s.
He is 80.
80. He's 80. Yeah.
Wow, I was on the money.
Yes, you were. Like, unless they, like, they... So here's the thing. They were really banking on the whole Shia LaBeouf, passing the torch to Shia LaBeouf. And then he went crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's fun. There is a moment where during some event, Harrison Ford and Shia LaBeouf are on stage, and well, LaBeouf's not on stage yet. They're talking to Harrison, and then like the future of cinema is this kid. He's killing it. This was an amazing experience, and he calls Shia LaBeouf up, and he's gushing. Harrison Ford is gushing over him. a year later, someone goes, "So, do you regret that?" He goes, "Abso-fucking-lutely." LaBeouf went just completely batshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like at that point, you could redo. I believe it was Indy 3 that had oh god, I'm forgetting his name. James Bond.
You talking about Sean Connery?
Yeah, Sean Connery. Yeah.
Fuck,
Where it's
forget
like
Sean Connery.
Well, I'm just saying, like that movie was like it was his dad, and it was just like a whole thing of like a last hurrah adventure, where it seems like they're leaning into it with this movie, but like there is no one to hand the torch off to, I don't think. But
No,
we'll see.
I think this is going to be. Hopefully, it should be the end.
But we got that. We got a trailer
Keep
for
that hope alive, buddy.
Guardians 3.
Looks good.
Very vibrant, good humor. The director is denying that the spacesuits are an Among Us reference, but the internet begs to differ.
Wait, what?
Did you not watch the trailer?
I did. What are you talking about?
When they are going out into space and they have very vibrant colored spacesuits.
No.
People are like, so this is like Among Us, right? The suits look pretty damn similar to Among Us suits.
Oh
and
my
they're all-
fucking
they're all-
god.
they're all colored the same. The director's like, no.
No, this is an Among Us reference. It's even got like the very wide open faceplate look.
It just, yeah.
Like, oh, that is an Among Us reference.
Director
That's
saying nah.
awful.
James Gunn
They're
saying nah.
lying. They're
They're
lying.
lying.
That is a lie.
But yeah,
That is a straight up Among Us. Oh my god.
so now here's the interesting thought, especially with the Comp Bros with you two. Does this trailer actually look good to you, or is this just like shell shock of how mediocre the MCU has been as of recently? They are just
but the thing is, all the trailers have looked good. Like the Multiverse of Madness trailers look good.
true.
The film was trash.
That's true.
I will
That's true.
say the Black Panther trailers did not look good. The film's not trash. It's pretty mediocre. But the whole point of a trailer is to sell you on a film, and they're selling me on the film. But when I go see the film, is when it happens. So I can't tell you right now if it's just it looks better than the we've gotten, because all this shit looks better than the we've gotten.
True. I will say, Hawakas, I've seen like almost a 50-50 split on the holiday special. I've seen people like utterly praising it, and I've seen other people just completely shitting on it.
It's totally fine.
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
It's totally fine. I enjoyed it. I just think it's a totally fine little special.
But yep, that came out. Last of Us, the streaming show, as a full trailer, showed off both Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson in their roles that they are cameoing in. Ashley Johnson is just Ellie's mom.
Which is cooler than
Yeah.
Troy Baker just being a goon.
Yeah, for sure.
I like Ellie.
Oh yeah, the whole her
Can't
faking
get over
turning.
that. Yeah, I love that. Can't get over her hair. Can't get over the. She needs the bang.
Yeah.
Pardon?
She needs to bang.
I didn't say
PG
to
2022.
bang.
That's exactly
don't
what you
put
said.
words in my mouth. I said the
My
bang.
mouth.
Oh yeah, she needs the bang. I get you. Okay, I can't. There's gonna be no way out of this.
Yep.
No, there's no way home.
Just take that nut tap and move on.
Yeah, take the bang and move along.
Yep.
Can't say words. I see.
Yeah.
Not you. Not like that.
So you like that trailer, BG? Mm-hmm. Oh, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't even not say words.
Mhm. Oh.
But yeah, looks pretty good. Very much. I mean, there are many things out there that I feel like would make good live action stuff from video games. Last of Us was pretty high on that list. Could translate basically 1-to-1. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Got a few posters / like announcements of trailers. New Spider-Verse trailers coming December 13th. Poster for Blue Beetle, which DA you're posting in the Discord.
Whoa, what did they
Gotta
post?
check.
I did not see this.
You go ahead. You say it, sir.
I just
said
big bad Beetleborgs.
Oh.
It looks very much like it could be a Big Fat Beetleborg poster.
Ooh.
But
he's a robot alien beetle man, of course.
And then I went back and looked at the theme for Big Bad Beetle. Oh, it's rough.
But
They
we
have
remember
it.
it.
No, the theme is good, but then the clips that they show,
Oh, yeah,
it's like,
no, absolutely not.
Okay, I understand this is the best that y'all can do, and y'all just riding off the coattails of in Power Rangers, but.
Wait, you didn't like the Elvis Ghost or whatever the heck he was
What?
I don't know what that is.
from Big Bad Beetleborgs?
I said I just watched the theme.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forget the character, but I just recall there being like a ghost character that was like their Zordon, but he also kind of dressed like Elvis, or just like is a very gigantic character.
I have no memory of
Oh,
any
I
of this.
remember him. I always thought that when I was young, I was like, "Is this Robin Williams?"
Let me see.
Let's see.
Oh, yep, I remember that. Okay,
Flabber. Yep. I was okay. His name was Flabber?
Dude, no way.
He is a phantasm from the 7th dimension. Okay. All right. And the last trailer was we got another trailer for the Mario movie, showing off a little bit more Peach, a little bit of Luigi, a little bit of Donkey Kong.
Phenomenal. It's gonna be a great movie.
Chris Pratt is not him.
I
No.
was about to say about 80% of this
No.
movie I feel like will be a good movie.
This is offensive. I am getting legitimately angry at this because this is just pure and simple Hollywood bullshit. He's not the right man for the job, like in Charlie is, because his Luigi is amazing. It fits so well.
And that's just like even just an actor leaning into their own natural character, basically.
Yes.
Like, and it fits well for the role. Like, there are other actors that probably just even leaning into themselves would be a better fit for Mario. Chris Pratt ain't it.
But the thing is, it's like if you ask me to just go, then who outside of obviously Charles Martinet? I'd be like, I don't know. I honestly
Same.
don't know. But just having him do this is not it.
See, the thing with Charlie is it sounds like he wants to be there. It sounds like he's into the role.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody sounds like they're into the role except Chris Pratt. He sounds like he's reading a script.
Someone said, I don't know how to put this other than it sounds like Chris Pratt recorded everything sitting down.
That
Not wrong.
yeah.
It's like that Krusty when he came in. All right, let's knock this off. Hey, I ain't like that. Hey, that's the one. All right, book it.
But yeah, just the let's go. Just
I don't even mind the trying to sound epic with the let's go. It's the wahoo that really told me that he is not the one. If you want to read an epic let's go, sure, whatever. It's low. It's not going to be the high pitch let's go. He's trying to be epic with it. That's what the script calls for. That's what the director calls for. No problem. The wahoo is you supposed to be jovial and you cannot do it.
With that.
It is filth. And that's when I knew he is not the one. When he's screaming and happy that he jumped past the bridge and then falls down, it sounds so flat. I've heard the Japanese version, the French version, the German. I've heard all these versions. I'm just like, they're trying. It's terrible.
But yeah, Charlie Day as Luigi sounds great. Jack Black continues to sound amazing as Bowser. Didn't really hear
Start
Donkey
of
Kong,
movie.
but like I think he looks fine. Like
sure.
I understand what they're going for, trying to like bring back the original look a bit. We got Chunky Kong confirmed as one of the carts.
And that's the thing. That's the thing I didn't like about this. I understand that there's a lot of stuff that in the Mario universe, but they're showing too much. Battle outfit Peach, Fire Peach.
I
the
wouldn't say battle outfit Peach. It's her go kart.
But she had the axe. So
But I wonder if that's even just them go kart racing her getting ready to do that. Because at the very end, they're all go kart racing
yeah, but why would she have an axe?
to knock away the other racers.
That's not a go kart thing.
I truly don't know.
But again,
Same.
I'm going battle outfit.
Okay.
Fire Peach, the carts. It's like they show Tanuki Mario.
They
It's
showed
like-
Yoshi Island. They showed Daisy's Kingdom.
It's like there's gonna be more stuff in the movie. I understand, and you want people to come in and just go, "This is the Mario stuff." But Fire Peach, that's like that should have been in the movie.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of discourse about
Yeah.
Girl Boss Peach, and I'm already sick of it.
Wait, what?
Whatever.
People are saying that Peach is a strong, competent, awesome girl boss of a woman, while Mario's this incompetent, bumbling fool that has to learn from her.
And the fact that she's not the dainty princess that is getting captured.
And that Mario isn't a traditional hero.
Traditional.
Dude, I can't remember who was watching it, but they were giving play-by-play, and they said traditional hero like 5 times. It was awful.
But yeah, it's like, I mean, and I'm always forgetting her name. The actress who was playing Peach. Movie cast.
Anya Taylor something.
Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
But yeah, sounded like she was doing super good. I liked just like everything.
I wish her voice was a little lighter.
But like to me, it's just like, like the whole Chris Pratt situation. Are you giving a shit? And it sounds like she's giving a shit.
Oh no, I have nothing to say about her performance at all. It's just that I wish her voice was a little like we said with Charlie Day. His voice fits what Luigi is. Her voice is just like an octave too deep for me.
That's fine.
I don't hate it. It's just
Mhm.
I wish it was a little lighter.
Yep. But yeah, everything, basically everything surrounding this movie besides Chris Pratt looks cool. Looks good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. What have you. Still have no idea what Charles Martinet's actual involvement with this movie is, but we shall see. Last 2 bits of news. Callisto Protocol came out. I'll call it like average to like normal reviews, like nothing amazing, but like just, solid. Like 7s and stuff that I've
You
been
are
seeing.
not in the discourse for this, then.
But the things that I have been seeing are it's like almost a 1-to-1 clone to Dead Space, besides more of a focus on melee weapons. In terms of how, like, your health bar, all the stuff you're managing, you have same telekinesis stuff. True, but like they could have changed some more things.
I feel like they changed enough of it, but it just wasn't enough for some people. It's like when dude made, what was it, the Mighty Number 9.
Mm-hmm.
He changed some stuff from Mega Man, but it's still, what you're getting. It's gonna be a Mega Man game.
And
It's gonna
then
be a Dead Space game.
from what I've heard, like the beginning of the game is like very tense, very good, but then there's like an item that you get mid-game that just makes combat trivial. And then on Steam, it's basically flat out broken. The game.
It's a lot of frame pace issues and frame drops and crashes and stuff. But the discourse is a lot of so you dodge by holding left and right, and people say it just feels awful. Regardless of how it looks in game and how cool you may appear, it feels awful. and it makes the game less fun.
Gotcha.
And that's a lot of the discourse I'm seeing. Oh, and the save game stuff. Oh boy, do people. So there's auto saves and then there's manual saves.
Mm-hmm.
You get auto save when you get to a save room or whatever. It may auto save. So you'll do all your upgrades and stuff. Pick up any items and then manual save. So you'll have that time after you've done all your upgrades, so you don't have to do it again in case you die. And then you'll leave the room, you'll die, and they'll put you to before you did your upgrades because it's more of a checkpoint than a you are here now.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of wasted time and people thinking, oh, I just cleared these rooms. I've backtracked and did a bunch of items. I've got upgrades. Oh, wait, no, it's all gone now because my manual save did nothing. So it seems like it's a good game that feels terrible.
Gotcha. Very similar to Pokemon.
Dude, I tried to pick it up again. I couldn't. I can't.
It's I feel like the common thing I keep seeing about that game is it's really fun, but
Big
Oh,
but.
yeah.
And then they put out a patch that didn't really address too much.
yeah,
He
I
just
didn't.
fixed exploits.
I didn't. Yeah, I
Nintendo
didn't.
just said,
exploits.
we're sorry that it's happening. The performance issues you're seeing, and we're working towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
starter did you pick, by the way?
Grass
Yeah,
cat.
Grass cat.
Weed Cat.
Yeah.
Sprigatito.
Love
just-
love it.
I have got all the starters in the last stream. Which I gotta say one thing: they made trading stupider online.
Stupider?
Yes. Intentional
it
use.
should be a very straightforward thing.
So like, here's the thing that the old games did on 3DS that I really liked. Is like they had the online trading. Is you would put a Pokemon up for trade, and then you'd be like, "This is the Pokemon that I want in return."
Yep.
And then anyone could look online for that Pokemon that they want to trade. Then basically it's like, here's the other Pokemon that I want. If you had that Pokemon, then you would just trade it. So it's like there was a search functionality of like, I want this Pokemon, I will trade this and want this, or I'm trading this Pokemon and want this one in return. You can be like, okay, I want that. That's the Pokemon I want. I have extras of this one. I'll trade it to you. Now it's just you connect to a person and there's no chat functionality. It's just you put a Pokemon for trade and people just kind of have to guess.
What?
Yes.
Oh, guess what you want?
Exactly. Like I just kept putting. I did the duck as my starter, and then I bred 2 other ducks. And I'm just like, I put the duck up for trade, and I'm just like, all right, show me another starter. And then the people will be like, do you want this one? Do you want this one? Do you want this one? And like, there's
Would
so
you
many
like
people.
this Mankey? No.
There's
Why
like so
would I
many-
want a Mankey?
There are like so many people too putting up like really nice shinies, and I'm like, I really don't care about shinies. I just want the other starters. Give me. And then one person for like a split second, like I got someone like really quick got me Fuecoco, the crocodile. I'm like, yes, awesome. And then someone like for like 2 seconds put up the cat. I'm like, yes, and I go to hit. That's what I want. And then they changed it to something else. I'm like, no, I don't want that. And then they finally they're like, user is disconnected. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Just cock teasing me.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But yeah, I don't know why they changed it. It just seems dumb. But
Maybe it was also due to the lack of time.
potentially. But yep. And then the last thing I have as far as news is I just find this funny. I think it was just like some like in industry award ceremony or something, but Elden Ring won some award for it in terms of just like, you know, great success or creative game. I forget what it was. And in the acceptance speech, the creator of Elden Ring was like, yeah, I have no idea why this game is selling better than any of my other games. I honestly don't know why.
Yeah, I've got no clue. Things happened. I can't replicate it. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna hit and when's gonna hit and why does it hit? But it hits.
Yep. All right. With that, what do we want to talk about first?
Let's do the Smash one.
All right. So, if you were to talk to us a week ago, we would have been, like, at the very least me, I would have been pretty excited. We had 2 either, like, countrywide or worldwide big circuits happening in competitive Smash, a lot of prize money on the line. A lot of, like, potential big sponsors could be coming to Smash. Nintendo was officially licensing one of the circuits. It was just, like, everything seemed great. Like, it was a really good time for competitive Smash, both Ultimate and Melee. Then on, like, it was the day after the Mario trailer. VGBC, Video Game Bootcamp, the people who were running Smash World Tour, and who also have been just basically one of the biggest presences in the grassroots part of the scene for many, 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 many years, from Melee forward, announces, we have to cancel the Smash World Tour. Now, let me just put into perspective that the Smash World Tour for this year, 2022, has been going on for legitimately the whole fucking year. There were a whole bunch of majors that opted into the tournament that were like, that counted for points. People were traveling a whole bunch for these tournaments to gain as many points as possible to qualify for the tournament. A lot, and there was, I believe, in total across Melee and Ultimate, $250,000 prize pot split between the 2 games. I think the biggest prize pot in any, I think for either Smash game. A couple of the summits right after COVID lockdown ended may have been bigger, but like one of the biggest for sure. So the fact that this was canceled after like basically all of the finalists for the tournament had been decided, flights were booked. There are some international players, especially from Japan, that were in the States to compete in this tournament. Like they basically were taking a month sabbatical from their home to compete in these tournaments. Tournament canceled. A long article that the heads at VGBC posted to the Medium explained that they had been working with Nintendo, trying to work with Nintendo all year, trying to get a license for, at the very least, the final that was going to be in, I think, this coming weekend. And basically, at first, Nintendo seemed pretty responsive, pretty receptive, just like there's a lot of communication going back and forth. And then, not too long after that, Panda Global, who had announced that they had the official license from Nintendo, announced that, hey, we're doing the Panda Cup as well. Like, Panda Cup starting now. You can opt in your events to this tournament as well. Finalists from these certain tournaments will then become finalists, will be entered into the Panda Cup. And at that point, once the Panda Cup was like officially announced, basically all communication with Nintendo died. They did not hear for like weeks at a time any information about the licensing, trying to work with them. And if they did hear anything, it's like, we're still working on it. We're still working on it. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, it seemed that the head of Panda Global, esports organization, mostly in the Smash scene, but has a bunch of FGC fighters, Justin Wong, one of the best Street Fighter players of all time, is a part of them. Your buddy, Kitana, right?
Katana Prime.
Yeah, is also part of it. Very big name in the NRS community. And plus other personalities and what have you, commentators, etc. The CEO of Panda, who came from Smash, was in, like, you know, a part of Melee and what have you, was apparently trying to blackmail and strong-arm other tournaments to join the Panda Cup instead of the Smash World Tour, and also, quote, stating that the Smash World Tour is going to be canceled anyways. When Smash World Tour is like, no, we have no plans to do that. And there's something else too. And then Smash World Tour was also just like, hey, we don't care if you're also on the Panda Cup. We're okay with, like, you know, being a part of the Smash World Tour as a part of both circuits. We want both to succeed. So they kept hearing that, and then as it got to, like, I think it was like August, they finally started getting some word back from Nintendo and just like hearing some different things. And then the day before Thanksgiving, what a day. In order to do this, Nintendo finally had like a phone call and submitted in writing to Panda Global that they would not be granted a license for the Smash World Tour finale, and that Nintendo was fully expecting tournaments to operate with a license, and that specific wording is going to come into play. And you know, basically Smash World Tour, they kept trying to talk with Nintendo, and then like during that phone call, they're like, is there any way that just for this year, it's like, okay, sure, for 2022, we won't get a license. All right, we accept that. Can we just this year run without a license? Because, you know, we have all these flights books, what have you. There's people still in the country at this point. And from then, and then can we start talking licensing for next year? Can we just run this tournament without a license? And to quote Nintendo, they said, those times are now over. Running tournaments without a license, those times are now over. And that line yes, that line in general is super worrying for any other event, from majors all the way down to locals. So, and just again, so they put out this statement. Obviously, they're issuing full refunds, what have you, and that was a thing. And so, a bunch of people that work for Panda, like the players and what have you, were very much blindsided. Like, almost all their employees were blindsided by it. And they're like, okay, if this is true, especially about Dr. Allen, we have to start thinking about things, whether we want to be associated with this brand anymore. Then, once that statement came out, a bunch of other TOs were corroborating the statements about Dr. Allen, saying that, yes, he did approach us and threatened to get Nintendo involved if we did not give them exclusive broadcasting rights for our tournaments. Beyond the Summit was one of such organizations that stated that. They are the ones that obviously run the different summits for Smash and or otherwise. I know there's other fighting games that also have summits as well. And they are like the tournament that's running right now. Main stage is run by Beyond the Summit. As well as other TOs were also talking about it. Then, like into the wee hours of the morning, Nintendo released a statement to, I believe, Kotaku, stating that, well, we didn't tell Smash World Tour to cancel their event. And then they also more iterated onto this into an article on IGN the next day, also at midnight, that said the same thing. We didn't tell them that they should cancel their event. That was their decision. We just said that you couldn't operate without a license, which was super lawyer speak.
So you either want me to operate without the license and potentially get sued because it is against your rules, or cancel the event. There's no, it's not a choice, it's an ultimatum.
Yeah. And that's the thing too.
It's a wordless threat is what it is.
Yes.
That's business 101.
And Nintendo has done that before. Nintendo's done that before, where for the Big House, when during COVID, the Big House was going to run an online-only tournament. And for those that may not be aware, Melee, made for the GameCube originally, does not have online normally. There is a very passionate community behind the competitive Melee scene that created a very, very in-depth mod of Melee, a ROM, that's called Slippy, that actually gives rollback netcode online netplay. And it's very, very, very good, actually. And that was how they were going to run the Melee tournament for the Big House. Nintendo was like, nuh-uh. We don't like modifications to our games. We are not granting a license to this tournament because you're using a modification of Melee. Big House is like, all right, we'll just run without a license. And then once that was announced, Nintendo goes, no, cease desist. So they have even stated just like, nope, you can't run the tournament without a license. And even when people go and try and run tournaments without the licenses, Nintendo then will be like, cease and desist. And at that point, and unfortunately, Nintendo is within their legal right to do that. it is the characters that they own. It is their games, their IP. They can technically cancel any tournament that they want to. Not necessarily cancel. They can forego broadcast rights to any tournament that they want to. Technically, you can run any tournament that you want, as long as you don't broadcast it, you don't advertise it, yada yada. Don't stream it. So that statement, the last statement from Nintendo came out, and it was just like, again, a whole lot of like, nah. And then they, were being like, we, support our partners at Panda partners, I was about to say, yada yada. Then almost 12 hours later on the dot, at 12 p.m., Panda releases their statement. Basically, almost
not good statement.
An echo of what Nintendo said, stating, hiding behind their employees. They're like, we have had 40 people, trying to make this tournament, yada yada, success. We were just as surprised as everybody else about the Smash World Tour cancellation. That was their decision, though. However, all the Dr. Allen stuff was true. We basically just said, okay, you don't get to talk anymore. We have a team now, handling talking to other tournaments to get on the tour. It was basically just a bunch of corporate mumbo jumbo. The same way, probably was looked over by a Nintendo representative, if I had to guess.
Oh, probably.
And then you admit, which they kind of had to, but you admit that Dr. Allen was trying to blackmail and strong-arm people and threaten, for Beyond the Summit, he's just like, I will ruin your organization for the next year unless you give us broadcasting rights. Like, legitimate threats of, like, I will cost all of your whole company their jobs.
Horrible stuff. It's like,
and just whole utter garbage. You have people from Panda leaving en masse. Of the players that are on Panda, I believe only 2, at least Smash related, Smash players and commentators, there's only 2 left that have not given any announcement. And both of them, I can understand why. And those 2 are Mars and Esam. Mars, I believe his girlfriend just got into a pretty bad car accident. She's fine, but, like, they're already, like, they have to deal with that and the financial situation of that. So, like, that's scary, leaving your employer for that. And then Esam, it's like, one note's like, oh, you can fall back on tournaments. Well, Mars hasn't been competing too much. And then Esam, his wife is immunocompromised. So he's not been going to tournaments because he does not want to kill her by bringing, like, some strain of COVID back home. So he hasn't been going to many tournaments just out of safety. And then Mars has not also been going and hasn't been performing super well as well. So leaving your employer is kind of a scary thing, especially in the Smash scene that just doesn't have a lot of money to begin with at all.
I have no issue with people that want to stick under the Panda umbrella because it's still a job. Like, how many people boss is doing horrible things right now?
True.
It to me, it's just like, that is absent of me. And I need to provide for myself and my family. I have no problem. And I have no problem with people going, I can't support a person like this. I no longer want to associate with Panda. I have no issue with people wanting to go that route either. It's a case-by-case basis, and it's whatever you think is best for yourself.
Yeah. Triton, they could take down tournament videos too if they really wanted to, if it's not licensed. But yeah, so you have IBDW and Plup, the 2 Melee players, both resigning. You have Wadi resigning. You have the commentators, TK Breezy, Coney, which Coney's kind of a big one because he's been like a higher up at Panda in terms of content and what have you, and just been a big presence there for a long time now. He's gone. Vicky Kitty, gone. A bunch of the people behind PG Stats and some of the other content, like the behind the scenes guys in terms of making and producing and directing and writing the content, gone. Many many of the players that were supposed to go to the Panda Cup, that qualified for the Panda Cup, not going. I think like 80 to 90% of Melee qualifiers not there, are not going. Ultimate, I haven't seen that list, but I've just seen the Melee list pop up on my timeline every now and again. I just keep seeing red X's all over all the players that had qualified. Just overarching, again, Smash competitive is a gigantic grassroots community. There's a lot of, like, it's one of those things, it's like you mess with one, you mess with the rest of us. So there's just a lot of camaraderie it's just like, okay, we had this extremely cool thing going, and basically the actions of like one person and a corporation completely butchered what was supposed to be a really great end of the year. Just other interesting things that have come out about this. One, apparently when Panda Cup talked to all of the different tournaments that they were trying to get into the Panda Cup, they had to sign NDAs. But apparently the NDAs were a copy-paste of real estate NDAs.
No. What?
So
Amazing.
People copy paste all the time. That's what Callisto Protocol did. In their terms of service, it's like you can't modify this game, blah blah blah. And it's essentially taken from a multiplayer game because you can't modify things there. But for a single player game, they don't give a but it's so just copy and paste it. Dude, yeah, they do that all the
because
time.
nobody's gonna read it anyway.
Yeah, the one clause in it was just like confidential information within this document will be henceforth referred to any information regarding to parcels of land. So any of the NDAs that many of these TOs signed might just be kind of null and void, potentially. There's that. In response to this, Ludwig, very, very popular content creator, but who also came from the Smash community, was one of the other big Melee puffs besides HBox back in the day. He is running his own Scuffed World Tour, where he's inviting either the top 8 to 16 players, I think he's still deciding on the top 16 part, of each game, and doing a $50,000 prize pot for each game, so $100,000 in total, paying for their flights and all have you, and just very coincidentally doing it on the same day as the Panda Cup finale. Sure, it was an honest mistake. But yeah, a lot of shit happening in the Smash community. Just almost overnight, just a company is dying. I don't see Panda lasting.
Yeah.
Like April?
They can't last much longer. April? It depends on how the Smash Cup go. It depends on the people still willing to actually want to go to tournaments, strictly for Smash. Because it feels like nothing is gonna run if it's not under the Panda umbrella. And if that's the case, if your livelihood depends on Smash, you might still go, okay. Like imagine you as a content creator eventually just being shut down because you don't quote unquote have the license for it. So to content create Smash stuff, you have to be under Panda.
True. Yeah, it's in terms of those times are now over thing. It's a scary proposition in terms of what Nintendo might do. I even forgot to, even like the Splatoon competitive community was like, yo, Nintendo's fucked us over like this too, guys. we should probably
but nobody cares.
But yeah, it's definitely going to be telling this next week too, just what else comes out of this, because there's going to be more, potentially more people, some of the other players that might be leaving. Have any of the other FGC people like Justin Wong or Kitana, have they said anything? Do you know?
There's been Katana Prime has just basically been like, look guys, I got a family, I don't know the whole story, I'm not going to make moves until I know what's going on.
Gotcha.
And even then, I got a family.
Mm-hmm.
Other people, there hasn't been any big moves outside of commentators. Just like, yeah, I'm no longer working with Panda. Period. I'm just not. I'm done with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's more of a ripple in the Smash community, but there are some outside of Smash FGC people that are looking heavily into this, and it has been criticized heavily through the FGC Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see exactly. The thing I don't like is that a lot of the players and commentators have been questioning on it, like they have any indication of what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's been a lot of
scoop of what's come on.
There's been a lot of shit thrown at the Panda employees when all of them were as flabbergasted as the rest of us. They had no idea. And that's just a big thing too, just in terms of Panda in general. They had a lot of good going on with them themselves between PG Stats. That website is actually really fucking cool. In terms of like tracking your win percentages, how you did at tournaments, and it wasn't just Smash, it was other fighting games too. Basically, it's just like if your tournament was reported on Start GG, like you had information there to look at. If you were you yourself, BG may be on there for all I know.
For what?
Probably for any MK stuff.
Oh yeah, I looked it up recently. Not recently, but it was like a few months ago. I was definitely on it was a list of player earnings or something, and I was like $30 for MK because I got top 8 at a major.
Wow. So let's see here. I'm just gonna take a quick peek. Oh no, you're actually not. You are actually, or would you be under Comp Bros?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Nope.
What else would I be?
I'd Competition
There I
Bros
am,
maybe.
right there. Esports earnings.
But yeah, obviously we're gonna see a lot of how this plays out in the near future, but just Smash, it just seems like some good will be going, and then just a lot of the times Nintendo will Nintendo.
Nintendo can't just let them live, and I've never understood it.
Just
It's like, what do they lose? What is the cost of the license? What, a couple $100?
No. Some people were saying it was at the upwards of $50K.
Okay.
But even that, it's like you're getting $50K, but then like again, still it's like what do they lose by even just like letting them play the game without a license? Free advertising for your game.
The only thing I can think of that would be worrisome is a commentator gets on while their game is going on and says something inflammatory. Like with the Mike Z Skullgirl situation where he made the I can't breathe George Floyd jokes. And it's like, oh no, don't do that. So
yeah,
that's associated with Skullgirls now. And the only thing is I don't think they may not want some real bad like Kanye rhetoric being spewed out. You never know what people are gonna say or do.
Yep. I will say
crazy.
I will say, so I'm looking back through chat. I will say, Jet, Capcom did not used to be how they are, though. They were also kind of protective of tournaments and stuff back in the day. They've chilled out. But they also
even recently tried to do some finagling bullshit about licenses. To where you needed to pay for the license, and depending on the scale of your event, the price of the license would go up.
So yeah,
they recently tried to do some for the Capcom Pro Tour, and people pushed back so hard they were like, never mind.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Nintendo will not say and never mind.
So we shall see how that goes. The next thing.
The final thing, so DA can get the f out of here.
What? What?
Hey, how's that free speech going?
Yee.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Correct.
And
We
here's
have
the thing.
now. Have we all watched?
I have not. I have not yet,
Oh,
but
Mike!
I've watched the clip.
Mike.
I've seen the math. I've been doing shit.
You put up a Christmas tree. You could have listened to it while doing that.
I was listening to other things.
No, you should
Watching
listen to
Smash.
racist Yee rants.
Do you want every time you look at the Christmas tree to think back to the memories of you putting it up and listening
I'd
to
find
Capital
that-
J Jews?
I'd find that hilarious.
Yes, but you're not a Christmas man.
I sure am not.
So
So,
take the floor, any of you.
BG,
so-
I'll give it to you.
The thing is, it's so weird that Kanye was suspended for the. So the reason he was suspended is he had the Christian, I'm not the Christian, but the Jewish symbol. I forget what it's called, and there was
Star David.
Star of David, and there was a swastika inside of it, so it all like interconnected. And Elon Musk suspended him, saying that it was inciting violence and stuff because he showed off the swastika.
Yep.
But he brought back Donald Trump, who literally incited violence against the Capitol. He's brought back so many of these other like the lead writer and the creator of the Daily Storm, who's incited transphobic violence and that type of stuff. Why is this now a thing, Elon? And it's truly because Kanye posted that picture of him and he was a little butthurt boy because don't make fun of Musk man. God, I don't understand it.
Because when you got the power to silence somebody, you can do it.
But
And just
he's
like,
against silencing people.
and then just be like, well, he did a
Only
no-no.
if they talk bad
He
about
hasn't-
him is it a problem.
He has an excuse of just like, no, he did the bad thing, so he has an excuse to do it.
But he's unblocking and unsuspending people that have done the bad thing, and then he's suspending people that are reporting on him doing the bad things.
Mhm.
And so where does the free speech begin and end?
When it's
And if
convenient
that's
for
the
him.
case, it means that the website is moderated. So it's not the true unfiltered free speech that he promised people.
But then again, he doesn't keep promises in general.
It's all disgusting. I don't understand how people can be so like Stephen King put out a
Roasts
tweet
him
recently, that was something like stores used to have you break it, you buy it, but Elon Musk bought it to break it. And one of the people I follow was just like, what do you mean he's breaking it? He's done nothing but expose the truth. I was a fan of your books and I'm very disappointed. Oh, he was unfollowed. I'm done with these people, dude. It's irritating. So, Kanye is a very bad man.
And not like bad in like the hip hop sense of like, yeah, he's bad. No.
He's a terrible person. And I understand the discourse on mental issues and mental health. But at a certain point, it has to end with we need to get Kanye help, or Kanye needs to get some help for himself. And just going into this is a bad person and he needs help. Don't excuse anti-Semitic rhetoric with it's just mental health issues. Instead of going, this is a bad person who has mental issues and probably needs help.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
When you make Alex Jones uncomfortable with your racism,
Oh yeah, I can't go with you there, bruh. Sorry,
that Jew shit, I'm not down with that Jew shit. But you're not really a Nazi. I was sitting there like, he's trying so hard to put this back close to the rails, but
I
Kanye
cannot
just kept
believe-
going like, yo, fuck this train.
Somebody was like, it's bad when there's a clip and Alex Jones is the rational one.
Yeah.
And he was truly, really trying to back off on what Kanye was going. He's just like, no, I like Hitler. I think he had good qualities. I am a Nazi. So what are you going to do? Oh, you can't.
I-
You can't.
And then the next night, Trump invites him to dinner.
Coincidence. Unrelated to current events.
What was with the mask?
Kanye is a weird dude. That's all it is.
He's done it before at his concerts and shit too.
Yeah.
That's not new.
He had a huge concert where people could sleep in and experience it for 3 days in a stadium. And a lot of the performers were just in full body black mask type things.
You're talking about it. That's the point.
True.
Which is true. That's also a thing. It's all terrible.
Does he have any sponsors left?
I can't
Donald
imagine.
Trump.
Is that a sponsor?
Locally,
That's an endorsement.
Kanye doesn't.
for Kanye, it's an investment.
He doesn't need sponsors or anything.
Well, let's face it. If
Yeah,
Trump
he
wins
may need
2024, Kanye's part of the cabinet now.
Did you see
Going
what
to
he
solve the
has
Jewish
to-
problem.
Oh please. Did you see what he has to pay Kim Kardashian in child support?
200 grand.
a month?
Yep.
Yeah, no, he needs sponsors. He's paying over $1 million a year. Oh, over $2 million a year.
hmm
Yeah, no.
Kanye is duns.
According
I mean,
to Forbes,
maybe he was trying to
Kanye-
go for an insanity defense or something coming up soon. Like, I don't know. Did he kill fucking Tupac? Like, is he trying to get out of this early? Like, what's going on here?
According to Forbes, Kanye West's net worth was almost $2 billion.
Was.
Uh huh. Was.
This was before the end of sponsorships, the split with Kim K.
But that's 5 days ago.
Yeah, no. That's going way down.
Yeah,
Was.
understandable, but you know, it can't have gone that way.
I
down.
think the latest was 400 million he's worth.
That's way down.
A lot of so
That
so somebody's net worth is decided based on their possible worth.
Yeah.
So what their
Stocks, what they
yeah, exactly.
endorse
Their non-tangibles are worth.
because
His non-tangibles are worthless now.
the Yeezy deal and the Adidas deals and all that, I think alone that was like 1.2 billion. And
Mhm.
if that's gone, well, your net worth is not gonna be what it was yesterday. Yesterday's price is not today's price. So
well, that $2 million. It's gonna take a while to eat that away, though.
but not if he's spending on all this other stuff.
Yeah.
All those black masks.
Yeah, and any concert performance because he likes to show out. I can't imagine there of the Blueprint 3. I think he spent something like $50 million on the album. If he's trying to put out albums and is spending 15 million on them and nobody's listening, he's gonna keep trying to put his genius out there.
the
Oh, man.
heaviest, the heaviest you can
Oh.
possibly imagine. Air quotes. I feel like I've stated that before about Kanye, but boy, I am struggling to hold these air quotes up now.
Ooh.
So, do you want to know where Kanye's music is still making him money? Who knows the answer to this question?
Can't
Truth-
imagine it.
Truth Social.
No, so none of you. Kanye West's Donda album is still #1 on Christian Billboard.
That's nonsense. It's not even a Christian album. It's just an album that doesn't have swears.
Jesus is King and Donda. Yep,
Jesus
Donda
is
has
King is a
Donda
album.
has spent all of 2022 as #1 or 2, alternating depending on the time frame, atop Christian billboards.
Yeah, no, that's complete trash. Because it's a regular album that they're just putting on a Christian chart because he's saying he's a Christian rapper.
Mhm.
No, that's pure bullshit.
That's how you do
Yep. Branding.
he gonna be a broke boy. Don't even worry about it.
Remember when he was on the top of the actual Billboard?
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this shit up.
It's
It's late for the kid over here.
late
it.
craziness. Okay, go ahead.
15 facts about ducks.
Oh, the duck starter. Got it.
Oh, okay.
15.
It's 11.
15, 2, 5, 11, 15, 2, 5, 8, 11, 15, 2, 5, 8, 9, 11, 15, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 15.
15.
15 it is.
Woohoo!
That was more enthusiastic than Chris Pratt.
Goodness gracious.
Wahoo.
Ducklings can engage in cannibalism when they're bored.
It's not even a hunger thing.
No, just because they're bored.
Woohoo! Wow.
There's plenty
Well.
of things to eat.
Apparently
Well,
not.
it's not an eating thing.
Yeah, they
It's
they
just
want to
boredom.
Ducks kill for fun.
They need a
Yeah.
little excitement in their life, apparently. Just following mom.
Ducks, yeah,
whatever.
Ducks kill for fun.
Yeah, I killed this duck. Hey, why is this duck killing me? This isn't right. Hey.
Now, I would expect this with geese, not ducks.
Yeah, geese are dicks. I hate geese, dude.
But apparently, geese are more respectful than ducks.
To their own kind, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The little baby ducks is like, I ain't got shit to do. I'm gonna eat a person.
I got shit to
One
do.
of my own.
Ah!
I'm gonna eat a motherfucker.
Not play, just eat.
That's how it be.
Not just eat anything, eat my siblings.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Wow. All right. With
Well.
that, with this incredibly morbid
Well.
fact, we will end this episode of the podcast of stuff. Potentially no podcast next week. I will be
Oh.
I will be out of town. I don't know if I will be getting back in. It's my dad will be in town for holiday stuff, so I have no idea if he's gonna want to do things Sunday to where I won't get in time.
That's
Obviously let you know if that is the case.
Which means there'd be no cast 2 weeks in a row.
Oh no. We could still do a cast. You're not leaving till Monday, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we could.
So 2 weeks from now, Ralph is actually going to be in town for a hangout, and he is not leaving until Monday, so we might just actually have a duo cast on two fronts. Instead of basically all of us being separated.
Yeah.
So yes, with that, thank everybody for tuning into this
Set
episode.
up the webcam and you can see all four of us.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
Hey.
yeah. We should. We
Maybe I'll
definitely
feel like
should.
it. Maybe I'll feel like it.
Do it.
All right. With that, thank you.
You can see actual reactions. It'd be great.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We may or may not see you next week.
Later?